Good morning, and thank you for choosing NYNJPA weather as your weather source for the northern mid-Atlantic. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about today. First and foremost, high pressure is sitting over the northern mid-Atlantic this morning and will remain in place through today into tomorrow and at least through Thursday morning. What that means is basically the hot conditions continue with temperatures rising into the lower to mid 90s over much of the urban locations of New York City and Philadelphia, while closer to the coast you'll have a little bit more of a sea breeze and temperatures holding down into the 80s. Regardless, at least it's not humid. The humidity is staying to the southwest over the Mississippi River Valley and the Ohio Valley, so we really don't have much to worry about. And the reason why is because look at the position of the high pressure system. When high pressure is to the west of you, you get a northwesterly wind. Well, to the northwest, drier air. So therefore the humidity remains low, even though the temperatures get very, very warm. Just want to point out the cold front that is over the plains, while obviously it's not going to impact the northern Atlantic today, that cold front is going to be a major player by Thursday through Friday and into Saturday morning, because that cold front is expected to keep Hurricane Earl off the New Jersey coast. Or is it? Let's take a look at Earl right now. This is Hurricane Earl. And Hurricane Earl is a strong Category 4 hurricane with 135-mile-per-hour winds, a very tight small eye, a strong central dense overcast, a well-developed outflow. Basically, if you want a textbook image of a strong hurricane, a mature, dangerous hurricane, this is it. Now, where is Hurricane Earl going to go? Well, Hurricane Earl is going to continue to move to the west-northwest and clip the Bahama Islands. But the real threat is for the East Coast. Let's take a look at the forecast. Oh, and by the way, there's another tropical storm to the east of Earl that we need to talk about as well. So here's basically the forecast for Hurricane Earl. We'll deal with that first. I think that Earl is going to continue to move to the west northwest, but then start to curve to the northwest. Now, this forecast is very complicated, but the one thing that has not been complicated is to observe the models continue to shift west. Since Saturday, I've had the same forecast that Hurricane Earl is going to approach the southeast coast, come close to North Carolina, start to curve north, and then move up along the mid-Atlantic coast, finally curving out to the southeast of New England. What this means overall is that Hurricane Earl should move through the New Jersey coastal waters and come very close to the New Jersey coast, but I don't expect a landfall at this time over the New Jersey or Long Island coastal waters. What I do expect though is for the immediate coast to have a very, very rough day on Friday with increased surf, strong winds, coastal flooding, periods of heavy rain. This hurricane is not to be taken lightly, and you'll notice over the next couple of days that on TV and whatnot that the forecast models and the forecasted track is going to continue to shift west due to, well, basically a ridge to the north of Hurricane Earl and the approach of the cold front to the west over the Great Lakes. More on that in the tropical threat analysis for premium members. Now, as far as Tropical Storm Fiona, which developed yesterday afternoon, Fiona will continue to track to the west and finally west-northwest over the next several days, potentially impacting the northern Bahamas. The track of Fiona will be influenced by what happens with Earl. So it's really a bit too early to say exactly what's going to happen with Fiona. But there is a threat for the southeast coast and for the mid-Atlantic from an impact from Fiona as well. And if that wasn't enough, we have a potential new tropical depression way out in the central Atlantic to the southwest of the Cape Verde Islands. That is going to be another system we're going to have to keep an eye on over the next 10 days or so. So thank you for choosing NYNJPA weather as your weather source for the northern mid-Atlantic. Be safe out there, and I'll continue to update on Earl throughout the day on any changes to the forecast I have put out. Have an excellent day.